Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some kind of crazy news because although Phil Spencer himself has said they don't have any plans on raising the Xbox Series X, funny enough, no, that is not true. The Xbox Series X price now has officially increased. But as well, we're also now seeing the ramifications of the PlayStation 5 price increases coming out soon. Now, at least we did know about the PlayStation 5 and it was announced beforehand, but obviously the announcement kind of leads into the fact of, well, hey, it's still not fully out as of yet. But now that's changing. Now it's actually kind of going into effect and all this stuff. So both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation have now been increasing in price. Now this is somewhat I think a little bit strange when it comes to Xbox, because not even a week ago I feel like they were trying to go talk about how there's not going to be any price increases and for the holidays there's nothing big and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day there was still price increases. Now, namely still both the PlayStation and Xbox in America, there still has not been any price increases, thankfully, as of this second, although they are still both alluding towards the fact that they will be happening soon. So we're going to talk about a lot of this different type of stuff and talk about the issues because, well, there hasn't been a lot of media coverage in these places that actually have been having the prices increased. So let's go and talk about it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, number one, leave a comment down below. Do you guys really want to go pay extra money for a console at this point? I kind of felt like the $500 price point was okay, but now pushing to $550, it does seem a little bit extravagant, for a lack of better terms. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, and for the $500 giveaway for either the Xbox, PlayStation, or $500 cash with the Twitter and Twitch link down below. Follow those for the bonus entries, and of course the Target Amazon links down below, especially for God of War. So let's go and first of all talk about these price increases. So first and foremost, this is kind of I think the bigger drama over here, where the Xbox has actually been kind of somewhat steadily increasing in price, and now when it comes to different regions. Now, a lot of places I will kind of stand still is that America, thankfully, a lot of my audience is American, myself included, has not had a proper price increase as of this second, as of yet. But now we're seeing reports that the Xbox Series X price in India has now tipped once again, and it will now be hiked once again for a third time this year. Seems awful. Now, they also do have the little headline saying the PS5 price in India remains the same since launch, but that's going to be a part two where, no, it's not. It's actually also being increased finally as of this second. But to start this off over here, it does seem like the Xbox Series X, and it kind of goes and ties into Phil Spencer saying that they don't have any plans for it. Well, they had plans in different regions, but I guess it just didn't matter if they're just getting covered by a lot of American publications. So the Xbox Series X price is tipped to be increased in India once again. Microsoft's current gen flagship console has seen a total of now 3 different price hikes this year. Jesus. With the latest increase making the Xbox Series X dearer by Rs 55,900. Now we're going to talk about the PlayStation 5 price here in a second. So alongside the Xbox Series X, there will also be a price hike for several Xbox controllers and accessories. So not only is the normal hardware, such as the console itself, going up in price, but as well, there's going to be also the hardware. So think controllers, charging stations, custom controllers, stuff like that, headsets, etc. So number one, the whole Xbox ecosystem is going up. Now, they did go and say that there's no price increase as of right now for the Xbox Series S, surprisingly, because I feel like if you do one, you'd probably do both. But at the same time, the Xbox Series S's are cheaper to go and make, and as well for a lot of the Indian market or other outside of America markets, outside of America, UK, basically you probably have maybe not as enough money to be bought to those bigger higher end GPUs and Xboxes, PlayStations as consistently. So you almost want to keep the Xbox Series S as a loss leader. So what are the latest price hike comes from a known gaming analyst and writer Rishi Alwani, who tweeted that Xbox Series X retailers were informed of this hike on November 3rd. So this is actually just brand new stuff coming out as of now. He added that the Xbox Series X price hike will come into effect as of this month. So once again, it looks like I don't want to say thankfully, because it's kind of weird. I feel bad for other countries kind of getting screwed over for this. But in America, it does kind of seem well, we at least still have the baseline price for both the PS5 and Xbox, which is nice. But the kind of increase, it's foreshadowing. It's probably going to come into America at some point. So, yeah, kind of rough over here. So basically, it's now at $55,999,990 as of now with effect this month. The Xbox Series X will now be priced at, like I said, Rs 55,000. The console was launched in 2020 at Rs 49,990. So the Xbox Series 2 controller will be now priced at $79,000, making it a 2,000 RS, I think it's rupees, increase from the launch price of $15,990. The Xbox Series X and S controller, along with the USB-C cable, will now be priced at $5,999 compared to the launch price of $5,390. So you're just seeing all these like actual hardware price increases for the Xbox, and it's kind of crazy to go and see. Now, at the initial start, too, they said like, hey, the PlayStation 5 price in India remains the same, and that is also not true. And like we're seeing all these huge price hikes coming. We knew, like we saw the announcements. There was some pretty big like media, journalism, discussion talk going on with it, which, you know, it's been floating around, it's happened for sure. But I just really kind of think the bigger deal for a lot of this is the fact of like, well, this is going to be coming to all these other markets soon. And that's why I was a little bit kind of skeptical on Xbox and Phil Spencer, because he was like, yeah, we're not going to be increasing pricing, but in other countries, it's already been confirmed, it's already in motion, it's already happening. Now, we kind of harped on Xbox a decent bit, but I think I'm more so judging the fact that they weren't like super upfront or trying to be like, yeah, we're not changing it in America. I know on other countries are maybe having changes too. Well, that was the same plan for PlayStation. Now, it also kind of falls into as well, Sony, once again, is now following that same thing, following Microsoft Xbox by now, hiking the prices of PlayStation 5 series consoles in India. All you need to know. So as of right now, we knew this was coming. Like we saw the official statements we talked about, as I mentioned, but now it does seem like both the Xbox and PlayStation 5 price increases have now been confirmed and is now ongoing. So now the PS5 in India will now cost a whopping, let's just say 55,000 RS, which is funny enough, a little, I think, baby bit cheaper than the Xbox. Like very, very subtle. I think that's like a $5 difference, if even that, at that point. But it's like around, that's like, I mean, that's notable enough. Like, I feel like if I was at a store and I saw like a $499.99 versus like a $50.09.99, I'd be a little bit like, whoa. Why is, like, what's up with this price? What's going on over here? So basically, a day after Xbox hiked its prices we just covered, because all throughout these past, like, 2 days, of its various gaming controllers, accessories, and console, its competitor, PlayStation, has followed suit by increasing the price of the PlayStation 5 as well. As spotted by Indian console gamers, the Shop at SC website now features the PlayStation 5 at an increased price of Rs. 54,990. Also, just off the original price point of 49,990. Now, I kind of wish they would just round down that last 0 to 9, in my honest opinion. So as of right now, we are now seeing them live. This is like, we've heard about it, we've talked about it, but now the websites are updating it, the official sources are updating it, and we just know it's coming. Like, we know this thing is going to be a real thing. And like, I do not want this coming to America. I think it will, at some point, come to America, which I'm not very happy about, I'll be honest with you guys. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's kind of like, what can you do? It's like, oh. Yeah, I feel so bad. A lot of the people also, too, as well, as kind of browsing through some Indian social media, going through some of the comments, too, as well. People are not happy. I mean, obviously, like, if you had the same chance to buy the price point for, let's say, $50 cheaper for just easy American USD conversions, and then you see these price increases, guess what? People are not going to be happy. And one of the biggest things, too, as well, is that the digital had a huge jump. So they also say don't get your hopes up about the console even being available, and this also might be a big reason why, because they may just want to take a strategic chance and just go and have there be even less stock, like less demand and less stock to kind of equal out things for all these other countries that are still just having issues all around. Because there's been a lot of different countries in, like, say, India, China, Australia, that are still just not meeting demand when it comes to all their consoles and all their stock. So at the end of the day, mate, this might even be like a strategic plan, being like, hey, we're having all these scalpers making money for these past few years. Well, might as well go and try to do a little bit of our own scalping prices, and then just maybe try to fluctuate the supply and demand a little bit more. So I'll kind of wind down this too, and I almost want to maybe make a separate video in the future if we see this happen in other regions. The digital had a huge price increase. So the PS5 Digital Edition usually is $100 cheaper, but as of right now, this is closer to, like, say, like in their currency, only $50 cheaper. It's very weird. It's a very strange thing in the first place. So basically from that, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, if I had to go and have the PS5 Digital and that went up to $500 while the disc edition went to $550 and bundles at $600, that once again would kind of be messing with my head a little bit, because I think it's just a little, that's like a really big jump. I would be expecting maybe like 45,000, you know, 49,990 with their weird zeros they include. I feel like that seems like a smart and good addition. Like, I think that seems okay. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But as I mentioned, they just, I don't know, just everything's going up. Xbox, PS5, everything. And they also do have this officially on the websites too as well. It's funny because they say PS5 price hike is here, but we'll still be out of stock no matter what at the end of the day. So give me your thoughts. Now, thankfully, this has still not happened to America, and we've had a lot of American viewers, obviously, in my audience. But at the end of the day, this does actually kind of seem pretty good. Like, I do like the idea of, like, I guess consoles hopefully being available. That's one perk, but the higher price points is definitely a harder thing to justify, and especially with those huge digital or Xbox drops. So, Phil Spencer, you lied. PlayStation, you're being greedy with the digital, and at the end of the day, I don't like price increases. So, give me your thoughts and comments down below, and as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the $500, the Xbox, and all that stuff down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream too as well down below. We also do have the Amazon links for the signups and the Target links too, and go and check those on out if you guys would like down below.